got the best intentions, buffer tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be my lead, don't have to take it undercover. Just on this under the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, and we went up, yeah. And my love a tripping, yeah. Now I feel my body drifting, yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted, and my tripping, yeah. Excuse her while she kiss the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often. More than just a little happy shooting down the city. Black the latest gears when she wear. You see that sun in the air. Fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. She's happy with my lady. Other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory. Ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty. I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, and we went up, yeah. And my love a tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. Girl, she got me lifted, and my tripping. Excuse her while she kiss the sky. 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 Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey. Inhale, exhale, let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kiss the sky. 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 Excuse her while she kiss the sky.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instinct. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Throw one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, I never come down. I never come down. Lose it. I'm Mike. Lose it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Bills going up against the Dolphins. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. shift together here from the D-line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
Now Prescott. Left side, it's Dorsett. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Kyle Williams never gets the credit he deserves as a defensive tackle, but every offense in the league knows how difficult it is to block him.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! What? Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Flex round! Flex round! Check 24! Check 24! Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
After the interception, here's Taylor. And incomplete to open things up. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic. And this guy makes plays and opens the game up.
Here we go!
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And let's run through the Dolphins defense.
Cameron Wake may have begun his career in Canada, but in the NFL, he's been one of the top pass rushers since he's entered the league.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Finding time. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Earl Mitchell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not much happening there, not much at all. They'll get to it and down it, but at the 35-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an All-Pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
Now you understand why part of Tyrod Taylor's nickname is mobile. He led the AFC quarterbacks in rushing in 2015, and anyone who thought that he couldn't beat him with his legs, they found out differently.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Sterling Moore. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Jalen Ramsey's evaluation coming out of college, there wasn't a single position he couldn't play in the secondary. What do you think of what you're seeing from him so far with the way he's defending today?
He's been excellent. It's what he showed at Florida State. Multiple pass deflections now in this game, and there's no doubt he's going to be a star in this league.
I agree with you, totally. I think he's going to just keep getting better, and before long, we'll see him make plays at corner and at safety. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Taylor will throw again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Charles Clay is tight end, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Watkins alone on the left side. They go play action now. Taylor. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor going up top. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Now Prescott, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run the option left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Let's go!
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And it is incomplete. Rex Ryan's decision does not pay off. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And the Dolphins' offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
And Stills over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. We're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion.
Come on, let's go! 1, 9,
On 3rd coming short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. Going deep here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And here come the Bills. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here we go. 38.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play, how often you just watch him, and you can almost get mesmerized by his style, and then boom, there's another 20-yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, it's former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And there's a flag on the field.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here is incomplete. Here's Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
It's fielded at the 45. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Taylor will throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, Dorsett. They find some open field. Clear. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw again. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's brought down. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's the Boise State alum, xWHITEY. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. xWHITEY, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Franks to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
first and 10. It's Taylor. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now it's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And quickly they get to the line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now Taylor on first down, and that'll be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I think that's a big-time play there, because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. They still can't get it. And now another one thrown incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that's going to make it 4th down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Now Taylor. And this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out in the pistol. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Uses the stiff arm. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go!
Here's Prescott. Left side, it's Dorsett. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go! Red 38!
Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down.
Let's go! 1-9-3, check, flex round!
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! 1-9-0! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. To return it, here's Reggie Bush. And there's a flag on the play. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now Taylor on first down, surveying the field. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. He's got time. Penalty mark. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So pass interference, partnered with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Prescott. trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a big play there for Miami. 65 yards on the ground. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down, it's McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Xavier Howard. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Another pistol look here. Here's Ajayi. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it's Taylor finding time. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, it's McCoy. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jerome Felton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They go back to the air here after the INT. Griff Whalen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. All right, that winning streak kept alive, Charles. A lot of positive momentum. I think if you're this coach right now, you're all smiles in every press conference.
You know it's going to be difficult for the coach and his staff? How do they correct things? How do they tell the guys they're not playing well? Because each and every week now, we're seeing them play at the highest level. This team is playing the best football in the league.
So for Miami, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.
We're awake, we're alive, got the fire in our eyes. We're the kings, we're of the song, everybody sings along. Well, that's us, listen up, shout it out, I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in sight. From the streets to the tracks, here's to never looking back, 'cause the past doesn't last long as we're together. It just keeps getting better. It just keeps getting better. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever.